Good afternoon, students. I am Mrs. Patil Vivi, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of English. For TYBA, English novel is a special paper, and in that paper there are several general subjects. In the last lecture, we have seen the general topic named The Rise and Development of English Novel. Today, we are going to see what are the elements of novel. Before we start to discuss these elements of novel, let us see what a novel is in the beginning. Novel is a long narrative which describes the happenings in the life of characters. These happenings may be real happenings, these happenings may be imaginative happenings. Etymology is the science which studies how the word is originated. Etymologically, the word novel is a story, is a new story or is a story which tells something new. In our previous lecture, we have seen how short story of something imaginative as well as fictitious incidents were not at all new. From previous centuries itself, people had started writing such type of stories. In the 17th century also there existed such type of short stories or what we call as novelette. Now 18th century is the century in which we find the development of English novel. See, there are various factors which led to the development of English novel. First factor is the increasing literacy. Second factor is the rise of reading class. Next factor is the decline of drama. Then the circulating libraries also played pivotal role in the rise of English novel. Besides this, publishers played most important role in the rise of English novel. See, 18th century is the century which saw that in the real sense the development of drama. There were 4 novelists especially these 4 novelists gave real maturity to the to novel as a form of literature, and not only this, they gave glory to this form, and that is why these 4 people are taken as 4 wills of English novel. These 4 people did 2 things through their novels. They informed the people as well as they entertained the people. So in a way, taste of the public was shaped by these 4 novelists, and they made novel as a most popular form of literature. Now, before 18th century also, there were stories available. Some stories were shorter stories, some stories were somewhat bigger than them, which were called as novel. Today we are mostly concerned with the elements of the novel. So one by one, let us see the elements of novel. First element of the novel is plot. In the plot, we find systematic arrangement of incidents or actions. See, These actions result from a sort of conflict. This conflict may be either internal conflict it is also called as inner conflict and second type of conflict is external conflict. This external conflict is also called as outer conflict. See, conflict is that part or element of a novel which makes the novel readable or interesting. No conflict, no pleasure or no delight. And due to that, conflict is also taken as the soul of drama. See, in a novel as well as a drama, we find different sorts of conflicts which take place. This conflict take place between man and man, man and nature. We may also find the conflict between man and social as well as religious conventions. Now, this is all about external conflict. These days, inner conflict or what we call as internal conflict is playing much prominent role in modern plays as well as novels. Inner conflict is the conflict which takes place in the mind of the character himself. This is the conflict of man to himself. See, let us see the traditional concept of plot. Structure of a plot in traditional novel was like this. In the beginning, the writer or a novelist used to expose. Exposition was the first stage in the novel as well as drama. In exposition, readers as well as audience, they were exposed or introduced to the background or to the characters. Then, complication is the next part. The story starts growing more complicated in the second part. This part is the bigger part comparatively in any novel or drama. Third point is climax. Climax is that part of a novel in which the story becomes more complicated and it may take turn for better or worse. In a comedy, the story takes turn for the better. In a tragedy, the story takes turn for the worse. See, in the first stage of a novel, we are just informed or in conflict is introduced in the first part, that is exposition. This conflict becomes more complicated in the second part. Conflict reaches to the highest point, that is climax, and then what happens? The solution becomes clear to us, and last part is resolution. In resolution, this conflict is solved. See, these days we don't find this traditional division in the plot. That is, there is no systematic exposition, complication, climax and resolution in a modern novel. It is the tendency of the modern novelists to turn or drift away from the traditional structure. Now, why this is done? Traditional novelists feel that in the life there are no such patterns. It means that in the life of all the people, it is not that all is well in the beginning, then their life becomes complicated, then it reaches to the climax and then a resolution or solution is drawn. So modern novelists feel is that as in the life itself, such type of stages or division is not at all there. So such type of division should not at all be there in literature also. And that is why we find these days a drastic change in plot structure in modern novel. In modern novel, they don't give focus on simply the events or happenings. In modern novels, we find the focus on the inner struggle that is, human mind is focused in modern novels rather than simply the incidents or events. Same thing can be said about stream of consciousness novels also. Some also say that there is no plot as such in stream of consciousness novel. But this does not mean that there is no plot in stream of consciousness novel. In spite of plot, psychology, human psyche or human mind is focused in stream of consciousness novel as well as in modern novel also. See, sometimes the word plot and story are somewhat confused, or plot and story are taken as the same by some, but it is not so. In plot also there is a systematic or sequential narration of incidents. The same is the case of story also. But there is a basic difference between plot and story. Let me make this clear by telling you one sentence. There is a sentence, the king died and then the queen died. Next sentence, the king died and then the queen died due to grief. See, incidents are the same. What first sentence tells, in the beginning the king died and then the queen died. So, king died first and then the queen died. What second sentence says? The king died and then the queen died due to grief. So, in the second sentence, we see cause and result sequence. It means that first one is the example of a story. So, in the story, we find only the incidents or events are described in the sequence of their happening. Now, in the plot, there is not only sequential happening of the incidents, but causality is there in the plot. So, what we come to know from the second sentence is taken from a plot. We come to know that when the king died, queen was overwhelmed with sorrow and the sorrow or grief led to her death. So, emotional effect to the narration is given in the story, but we don't find such a thing in a story. Only sequence is given. In the plot, emotional effect is given. Whenever any dramatist or novelist writes either any drama or novel, there is a systematic plan in the mind. He just wants to achieve a particular effect on the readers as well as the audience. And this emotional effect is achieved through the plot by causality. We not only know the sequence of the incidents, we come to know what are the causes of these incidents. So, plot is more compact, story is comparatively loose one. See, there are different types of plot. There are tragic plots. Second type of plot is comic plot. Third type of plot is loose plot. And next one is compact or complex plot. See, in a tragic plot, we find the sufferings in the lives of the characters. In a comic plot, we get happy ending as well and humorous incidents. In a loose plot, see, incidents or events are somehow kept together, but any event or any incident can be taken from its place and put elsewhere. So, loose plot is not at all effective one. Comparatively, complex plot these days is taken as ideal plot. In a complex plot, every incident, every character is inevitable, and not a single character, not a single incident we can just locate from its place and keep it somewhere else. Next feature or characteristic of or element of a novel is characters. See, characters are the persons who enact either real or imaginary story in the lives of the characters. They are also called as dramatic personae in the drama. Characters in the novel, some novelists give focus on characters more, and sometimes it may happen that plot is neglected. Some give focus on the setting, some give focus on point of view. That is, one thing is focused and others are somewhat neglected. See, one thing can be said about plot of a novel. Plot is the synthesis of the characters, setting, point of view as well as the actions or events in the novel. Characters are divided into two types. Actually, some divide characters into major characters and minor characters. See, major characters are the characters around whom the entire story revolves. Minor characters are the characters who take part or who are involved in the story. While discussing the characters, a word protagonist is also used. Protagonist is the central character in the novel or in any work of art. This protagonist plays most important role in the action of the novel or any story. This complete story revolves around that protagonist. Protagonist just displays his individuality. He is always a unique sort of person having different personality traits and exceptional qualities. Second division of characters is in the elements of novel, in a book entitled Elements of Novel by E.M. Foster. He has given two distinctions of characters, flat character and round character. Flat character is that character which is developed around or built around a single quality, and round character is that character which does not display a single quality but who is a combination of different qualities. In fact, it is said that round character is that character which goes on changing. Flat character does not have any individuality or any special identity as such. On the other hand, round characters are the characters who show their unique features or unique traits. Flat character remains the same throughout the work of art. What that character was in the beginning and what the character is in the end is the same, no change takes place. On the other hand, round character undergoes drastic change. Round character is really complex to understand as not a single trait of personality is identified. It is really difficult for the readers to judge this character. So this is in short about the two elements, plot and characters. Remaining elements like setting and point of view we will discuss in the next lecture. Let us stop here. Thank you very much for patiently listening to me. Thank you.